Hello, my awesome artist. This is paper sculpture number 3, and I am Miss M, your art teacher. In the first video that I did for paper sculpture this week, I showed you kind of the basics of getting paper to stand up. For the second video, I showed you how to make a paper foot to make a scene to help the different things stand up. This is going to be something that I usually do with 4th grade today, and that is using paper to do a design of a room. And I'm going to show you 2 ways to do it. This is the advanced way. The first thing that you need to do, and you will need a piece of, you're going to need some drawing paper or some white paper, glue, scissors, pencils, anything that you want to use to add color. First thing is we need to make this a square. There are 2 ways you can do it. You can get a ruler and you can measure. And see how tall it is, and then measure where you need to cut it off to make this square. The way I do it is I take this corner right here, bend it over so that it matches the side and makes a triangle. And then I just cut off the extra side so that we have a nice square to start with. This is going to make the walls and the floor. So what you need to do is take your square of paper, fold it in half once, fold it in half again. When you open it up, you should have 4 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to take your scissors. You're going to cut on one of those folds until it goes to the middle where all the folds cross. Okay. So what I'm going to do with this now, I'm going to fold this guy right like this, and this one here, and I'm going to close it almost like a book so that these 2 overlap and go on top. I'm going to add a little bit of glue just to keep it in place. You may want to let that dry for a little bit before you start the next step. Next step is deciding what kind of room you want to do and what kind of things and colors you want in the room. And you will need to draw and color the walls if you want windows or floors. This one is a Mickey Mouse kitchen. So I did the squares on the floor and a rug, added some things on the wall. And then you have to think about what you want to stand up in this room. So I kept it simple. I drew and cut out some chairs and a table. And like I put in the level 2 video, I'm going to use my strips of paper, which could just be scraps from your cutting out things, your furniture. And I'm just going to bend those. And that's how I'm going to make this particular room's furniture stand up. 2 dots. Grab 2 of my little feet and decide I want these in my kitchen. A dot on each side. And you may find you need to use that one paper foot would be good to make it stand up. I think these chairs need two. Let's see, I've got another scrap here. Let's try two on this chair and see if it does any better. Yeah, it does look better. Make sure I've got enough. Nope, not enough glue. This is the problem solving part. A lot of times it's why isn't it standing up the way I want it? So this is a little bit more like the level 2 that has just the flat shapes. If you get really ambitious and you really want to experiment, you can try to make them 3D like this bed. This a lot of times if you just do thicker strips of paper and bend them and play with them, then that's a good way to make furniture. So this one is just a bent piece of paper that I experimented with. It's empty inside. The bed, I did the same thing. The only difference was I made another strip for the covers, and I had it go the other way. And this is the video game bedroom. So I'd love to see what you come up with. Please email me pictures of what you've done. Also, I'm waiting for lots of your ideas on what you want to learn or review on these art videos. What do you want to see? So please send me an email. This email is also on the Hardy website. And I look forward to seeing your creations and hearing your ideas, because I've seen before you guys have some really great ideas. See you next time.